What could you do to protect your pets if you're sick or injured? My product, Save My Pet ID tag, helps you ensure that your beloved pets are safe and well cared for, even when life isn't what you expect.
You need to wear many hats, many collars as a professional pet sitter. And I want to dive in with you, Joni, because, you take care of dogs and cats, but talk about some other things. What other critters are you pretty good at handling?
Well, I have taken care of horses in my day.
So I can't call you a naysayer?
I cannot call me an naysayer. And I'm actually very lucky because Chris, my business partner, she was an equestrian, so now she can take care of horses. So that'll be nice.
Nice. Good job, Chris Jordan there.
Chris Jordan, yes.
All right.
And we also take care of a mini farm, which it's funny. It's kind of like Noah's Ark, which is ironic.
Well, that's Joan of Arc Pet Center. Go ahead. Yeah,
exactly. 2 dogs, a male and a female, 2 rabbits. I think they might be both males.
Okay, good. You won't have lots of babies. Okay,
exactly. 2 ducks. One was supposed to be a male, but turned out was a female. 2 goats and 2 pigs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is one of your regular clients.
One of our regular clients.
So you walk there and who gets fed what? How? When?
Well, I got to tell you, they set up each bowl. The dog obviously gets fed in the house, but then each animal basically gets its own bowl of food. So we have to bring all the food back to the goats at the back, and they have their special food, and some of their food's kept out with them. The ducks get a mixture they all basically get a bunch of vegetables, and the ducks get mealworms, which is really fun to, put your hand in and mix it up.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. Yes.
So if you mess up and you give it to the goats are saying, "Are you kidding me?"
Exactly.
So you gotta get to dive into the personality of each species, right?
Absolutely. It's so much fun. The female pigs, what we found out was female pigs tend to be larger than the male pigs.
Oh.
So she likes to play tag, only she doesn't tell you she started a game of tag until you're walking away from her and she gets you in the back of the leg. And my height.
You get hit by a snout?
Oh yeah, she just gets right into your kneecap, and then kind of almost pushes you down. It's really fun. Good times.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. You also like exotics, like lizards and all. Don't you have some of your own?
Yeah, Russian tortoise, which is about the size of a dinner plate.
And they don't want to be compared to a dinner plate. Can you give them a different comparison?
No, that's true.
Soup, anyone?
Actually, I'm sorry. He's more like a dessert, so he's just
even better.
Yeah, exactly. And then a 2-foot-long bearded dragon.
Wow. Now, bearded dragons are starting to get popular again, aren't they?
Very much. And the hard thing, and this is again why you'd want to get a professional pet sitter,
right?
Is that bearded dragons, that people think a rabbit's a starter pet, a bearded dragon's a starter pet. They're not. Bearded dragons are difficult.
Really? Give us a couple tips.
First of all, their humidity in their tank has to be below 50 degrees.
Oh,
50%, because they are a desert dragon from Australia. So then they brumate. So if you don't know, you might think brumating is basically hibernating.
Oh, so I was wondering. I was hoping this is a PG show. What's a brumate?
The brumation is January. It could be anywhere from November to March. So you have to be careful of that. During the time of brumation, you have to make sure that you soak them, because they get their moisture and they get hydration through their skin.
Wow. All right. I know you typically do dogs and cats, Heather, in California. But has there been an unusual pet, a species that you had to learn how to take care of?
Yes, we have taken care of pet rats, and
pretty smart, aren't they?
There was a lizard. I don't exactly remember what kind of dragon it was. It was smaller. It was neat though. And then I have taken care of horses, and then chickens. And that was funny because it was supposed to be easy, and sometimes like every time it's supposed to be easy, it's always the worst one. And so every time. So I just thought, oh, put the chickens back in the coop, and they usually go back there at dusk on their own. And then you just close the door and that's it.
So what happened, Heather?
Oh, I got 2 in there, but one was running around hiding, and then I would be chasing that one. I even have it on video. I would just like, oh my gosh, like, and then the 2 would come out, or I'd get that one back in.
It's
and
like
then
a clown car.
Wow, I was out there for hours running around chasing chickens.
So now with NAPS, you have different certification courses. And I do think there's even a course talking about backyard chickens. So it sounds like your organization is realizing it's not just a cat and a dog. It's not, you guys are evolving with these certification courses. Heather, what's a course that people might be surprised that NAPS offers its members?
Well, that one is a good one right there, the chickens, because or birds even, a lot of people do have parakeets or parrots. I've had there was one parrot that hated me, and I had to go into this aviary cage, and I had to wear a beekeeper's hat and leather gloves. One day I forgot and where I was going, and I had shorts on. It was in the middle of the summer, and then he looked at me and I looked at him, and I knew.
Nope.
And then he did attack my legs. He was just out for me.
Oh, it's you, Heather.
Right, he knew. I was like, he'd plot all day long. I swear he plotted what he was going to do to me next.
Oh.
But these courses are really helpful.
How about you, Joni? Because you're used to unusual animals and species, but how have some of these certification courses that your all volunteer organization offers been beneficial to you and others in the group in Massachusetts?
Well, what I loved is taking the certification course, the beginner one, if you will.
Okay.
The things I learned about rabbits, that was one of my favorite sections because I had just rescued a rabbit. So I learned so much. It was great. Yeah. And now they have a horse one. And this is what I also like, which is pretty, I wouldn't say cutting edge, but it's kind of cutting edge. They have a course on taking care of yourself.
Oh, that's good because you guys can deal with burnout and all that. You're dealing with, as I said at the beginning of the hour, the most priceless asset someone has. And you can dent my car, but don't hurt my bird, Heather. So, right? Why is it so important to have courses that are helping you learn how to be good to yourself and not have burnout?
Well, just this past week in Massachusetts, we had our spring break, our April vacation, and you can go. Yeah. There was one February vacation last year while I was still working a full-time job and Chris was working just the business. She actually booked 24 visits in one day. And I had to take the day off. And
my gosh,
we went through all of that. But the burnout is so real. And, you're not stopping to eat correctly. You're not hydrating yourself. You're not thinking about, okay, I need to take some time off. There are things that we don't put into place because we're so focused on, getting to the next job and making sure that we keep our clients and our customers and everyone happy. And we want to, be the best that we can possibly be. But being the best we possibly means is sometimes saying no and taking care of ourselves. And I love the course because it talks about like nutrition. That's huge.
It is. It is. Food is fuel. Yeah.
Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life. Make sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all of our Four-Legged Life content. Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life.